Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to get into another episode of Survivor 46. I'm not too pleased with this episode, but we're gonna talk about it. I mean, it was a good entertainment wise. Let me put this phone on Do Not Disturb. It was a good episode, but it was some things that occurred that just in my spirit don't sit right, and we're gonna talk about it tonight. Now I had to start on time, which I should always start on time. But All Stars 4 is coming up next, and I have to be on time to talk about that one as well. So if you like All Stars 4, hey Quam, um, please stick around. All Stars 4 will be up next. Announcements for the channel. I don't think I have any. Like, I'm still in the heart of tax season. I'm so happy April 15th is Monday. I'm going to finish the last of my tax returns tonight and tomorrow night. So I'm excited about that. Then it should be back to regularly scheduled business. There's a couple of new shows coming up. The Circle starts next week. I don't know why I thought The Circle started last night, but I think The Circle starts next Wednesday. We will be getting into The Circle. And maybe a couple of more challenge chats. I did follow Leroy and Cam's Patreon, where they're going to do challenge recaps. I love Leroy and Cam. So yes, I paid the $10 so I could listen to them talk about, the behind the scenes tea of the challenge. I may do reviews of just the behind the scenes tea because somebody told me to check out Jimmy, even though Jimmy is not on this season. They said she has some good tea and people give good interviews over on her podcast. So I will be checking out the podcast, and I might add that as a review during the week just to have some extra content. I don't know. We will see. Okay. Oh, and I went out on Peacock for everyone who loves traders. Australia season 2 is on Peacock now. I told you all UK season 2 is on Peacock, and they have a New Zealand traders, and they're dropping an episode a week. And I think they have about 4 or 5 episodes right now on Peacock as well. So I'm going to have a good time just binge watching all these traders episodes. If you all want me to talk about them, I will. I might just watch the whole season and talk about it. Based on Twitter, Australia season 2 is really, really good. From what I've seen on Twitter, no spoilers, but they say Australia season 2 is really, really good. So I might binge watch the whole thing and then talk about it. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about it. Check it out. So when I do talk about it, y'all know what I'm talking about. But I think that's it for the announcements. Let's jump into the episode. Hey, DM Rocks, Dejan. I see Dejan is already trolling me. I'm happy Soda is on the jury. We're going to talk about it. Tori and Anissa are back on the podcast. Y'all know I'm not listening to Tori nor Anissa. Bring Devin and Davon back, and I might give another chance, but not interested. You finished UK season 2? Okay, don't tell me about it. I'll probably finish that up. Not this weekend. Oh, this week is so busy for me, but next week is busy too. That's another announcement before I get into the episode. Next week, I'm going to be in Chicago during the week. My niece is the star of her school play. Shout out to Zoe. Y'all seen Zoe on the challenge every once in a while. I mean, on the channel every once in a while. So I have to go support my niece. So All Stars 2 and the challenge might be Saturday because I have to get back home and watch it. So I won't even be in town next week. I'm gone Wednesday through Friday. So next week will be lit. Right. I'm sad to see 2 black. Let's go ahead and talk about it because I'm upset. And we just going to call a thing over here. I'm mad that another season during the double, it ain't eviction, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Big brother on the mind. During the double eviction episode, 2 more black people went home, but this time at the hands of other black people. I can't even throw racism out there. I can't even say, oh, a little bit of Emily is out there. I can't say none of that because it was Q, Tevin. It was the black people saying, oh, they can go. Yeah, they a threat. But let's talk about it because let me get my little blanket. It's a little bit chilly over here. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Hey, Glenda. The episode opens with Venus is safe and Mariah went home last week. Now, put it in the chat, or if you're on the rewatch team, put it in the comments. I don't understand why who voted for Charlie. It's the Venus vote at the end of this episode. I don't understand. I understand why Charlie voted for Venus last week, because if so and so would have been safe with her shot in the dark, you need an extra vote out there so she can go home. I understand Charlie, but at the end of the episode, I'm gonna ask the question again because I don't understand Tevin's vote this week. But let's wait till we get to the end. So no question right now. So as soon as they get back to camp, one thing I like about Venus is a say it to your face type of chick. She ain't going behind your back. Oh, I think Soda voted for me. Oh, I'm get Soda. She voted for me. Venus went straight to her face while the girl was laying in the sand. Bitch, I know you voted for me. Now she didn't say bitch. Y'all. I just figured out how to turn the monetization on my channel. And shout out to me, I done made 15 cents in one day. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do for YouTube to start making some coins. But anyway, I made 15 cents in a day and I'm happy. But anyway, I have to stop cursing so much. They're gonna flag my videos. Okay. She said, B, I know you voted for me. And Soda's like, I ain't vote for you. Yes, you did. You ain't gotta lie. I know you voted for me. I like that kind of stuff. I like coming straight to my face, not no let me talk to everybody in the tribe and Soda hear me talking about her behind her back. Venus went straight to Soda and said, I know what you did. So now Venus done stirred up some commotion. And then here comes Charlie with his little guilty heart talking about, it wasn't Soda, it was me. I was the one who voted for you. Like, Charlie, shut up. Let her think Soda did it. Now, you know, Q was mad. Q was mad, and I was mad too. And I understand Q's frustration because he didn't really have to be angry because he's talking about Charlie shouldn't have said that, and somebody got to say something to it. It's gonna be me. Q, that's why you getting voted out next week. And I'm just saying it how I see it. Q, you don't know how to talk to people. You could have been mad at Charlie. You could have went over to Mackenzie and Tiffany and read Charlie for filth and vented all your frustrations, but you should have never said nothing to that man because number one, who are you? If Charlie want to tank his game and tell everybody who he voted for, let him do it. Let him do it. There is no rules to Survivor. People mess up their games or make their strategies on their own. If he wants to confess, let him confess. Yes, it would have been great for Venus and Soda to go back and forth on did you vote for me, did you not? And it's just a mystery of who voted for Venus. Yes, who cares? Now the mystery is gone. Who cares? Like, you still got the end effect. Them girls still don't like each other. They were still trying to vote each other out, even though Charlie told the truth. So all you did, Q, is mess up your game. Thought you didn't have messed it up anyway. You've been not knowing how to talk to people, but I love it though. I like Q. Don't get me wrong. I like Q, but he doesn't know how to control his emotions within the game. It's like if somebody pisses Q off immediately, they gotta go. They can go home. We vote for him tonight. And then 15 minutes later, if somebody else piss him off, oh no, so-and-so gotta go. He is a very frustrating person to be in an alliance with. I get it. I think Q is in one of them holes that he just can't dig himself. It's like you done already messed it up, Q. But anyway, Q checks Charlie, and you know, what's the first thing Charlie said? I'm happy he said something to me, but he ain't have to say nothing to me. He can go. He ain't my daddy. He can go home. Hilarious. Very entertaining. It's very entertaining watching people mess up their games. Like completely just tank their chance at winning. Like Q, you have to be social. You can't come out here like everybody your child and you or everybody on the football team and you coaching them up. Like this is not what this is. This Survivor. Let people mess up by themselves. But anyway, moving along. Well, what you say, Qua? Q ego is too big. I agree. In his confessional, he lied. He lied. You're right. He lied and said he threw that immunity challenge, and then said Hunter being the biggest physical threat is debatable. Oh, look at my reading. I love the delusion. Look, Q straight up told that lie. Glenda, thank you for the what those things called? The super chats. Thank you, girlfriend. Now that your monetization is on. Yes, I was playing around the computer and I figured out how to turn it on. Thank you. Glenda is the first super chat. I'm going to remember that. Let me take a picture of it. I'm going to take a picture of it and shout you out on Twitter, girl. Okay, hold up real quick. Okay, back to Survivor. Thank you, Glenda. Now I done forgot. You see how my memory go? I done forgot what I was talking about. Okay, Q. We ain't got to the immunity challenge because we're going to get to him lying. We're going to get to the lie. Let's just go ahead and get to it. That's the end of the drama, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. The floating in the ocean. What is that called? Balance beam of it all, whatever that. They made it harder this year. They didn't even start off on the bottom step. They made them start in the middle, then get on the top, and then balance on one foot. Jeff said, we ain't standing out here all day. We're not doing no more timeout challenges. I believe Jeff would have made him do a handstand if it would have went on even longer than that. Like, we ain't got all day to be standing out in this Fiji sun and y'all balancing on this balance beam. It ain't no tidal waves or nothing. Go ahead and put one foot up. Because I was like, damn, they didn't even start at the bottom. I'll be cracking myself up. Okay, so this is the good old double elimination episode. 2 immunity idols, 2 teams. The winner of the whole thing wins food for their team, and they get to go second. And the person who get voted out on the losing team go home. They get to go ahead over there with Jim and the rest of them on that flight home. And the winner of the the loser of the winning team, they get to be the first person on the jury. I don't know how I feel about that because I am one of those who I feel like if you make it to the merge, that's a celebration and everybody should at least make it to the jury. I think it sucks that because you got voted out on the losing team, you got to go home with Jim and who else is sitting over there in Ponderosa? Mariah. I don't forgot who else was on the show. But the rest of them who was sitting at Ponderosa waiting for a jury to start so they can go home, you got to catch a flight with them. I don't think that's fair. Like, I feel bad for Tim. I really feel bad. But the game is the game. So we got the 2 teams. I done forgot what's who on 2 teams, but the 2 winners, why they out there balancing on this balance beam in the middle of the ocean? They want to play the alphabet game. Now, some of them might not be old enough like myself to understand how the alphabet game is played. Now, if you are in my age range, maybe 10 years younger, maybe. Y'all remember the Cosby Show where Vanessa was having big fun, getting drunk, and they was doing Atlanta, Baltimore. Now, when Vanessa and them was playing on the Cosby Show, I don't remember them saying I thought they was doing it how they was doing it on the Survivor. But I guess Q play it. You say Atlanta, then you got to go Atlanta, Baltimore. And then the next person got to go Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago. And then you got to go Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago, Detroit. That's how Q wanted to play it. And I could have swore Q was going to fall off that balance beam because why you out here hollering at the people for not playing the game right? Let's just roll with it. You already got these people out here playing. Somebody like me would have told you to shut the F up because I'm trying to concentrate on my balance beam and y'all doing too much. But Q, you already got the people yelling out the cities. Just go with it. Q was like, no, you playing it wrong. Now, I know Vanessa got big drunk, but I don't even remember, was she playing it like Q or like everybody else? I think Vanessa was playing it like everybody else. But anyway, that's how the alphabet game is played. And you're supposed to play it with some drinks because whoever mess up the rotation of the alphabet, they got to take a shot. And you know, Vanessa was drunk. But anyway, let's not get into the Cosby Show. Let's stick to Survivor because I'm about to go on a tangent. But I thought that was crazy. They out here playing the alphabet game while trying to balance on this balance beam. Every season, just different people, different personalities. We get something different. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the winners because for the most part, once Jeff made them put one foot in the air, everybody fell off. Tevin had a cute moment where he caught himself, but eventually Tevin fell off. And Mariah was the ultimate winner. And Mackenzie won for the purple team, which their team had to go to tribal council. Now, not only did their team have to go to tribal council first, their team wasn't going to make it to the jury. They also had to go back to Old Sega, which could be a good thing because I would hate to have somebody smacking their gums, eating some good food, and I'm sitting in the corner having to watch. Let me go on over to the whole other tribe so I don't know what's going on. And they can have their own personal strategy talks, which I liked. Now, I need a piece of paper because I done forgot. On Mackenzie's tribe, let me tell you something. Yanu had the worst luck the first 11 days of this game. But they are the luckiest tribe ever because not only when they had to do the merge, split up votes, were they all together? Now on double eviction, they all on the same team as well, which is 3, that's locked in 3 votes. So Yanu is a very lucky team right now. So you have all of Yanu, Ben, Tim, Hunter. Now, I do root for everybody black. That's just in general. But I like Hunter. I didn't want Hunter to go home, and I'm happy Hunter had his idol in his back pocket. Was like, look, if I get a little bit of some kind of fuzzy feelings, I ain't missing the jury. I'm just gonna play my idol, and if I waste it, I'll waste it. I can go find it again. I'm not mad at Hunter for saying any of that. But I think Hunter really trusted his alliance, that +1 alliance with Q, and he didn't really feel in danger. Why Tim over Ben? Now I get it. Tim is flaky. Mind you, I wish all the black people could have stuck together and voted out Ben. Because we see they don't get the confessionals. We already know. Hey, Evita and Lock Queen, we already know that Maria done already said Tim ain't my 1 or my 2. He barely the number 3. So that means Maria already values Charlie as her number 1, which means Ben is probably her number 2. And then Tim he just happened to be Seagull wherever you fall. So y'all didn't do Maria and Charlie no favors by voting out Tim. Y'all should have voted out Ben. And I mean, Ben did have a panic attack, and Mackenzie gave him a good woo 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 on the back, and I'm happy she got up and sat with him, and I'm happy we had what they call it a human moment where somebody took themselves out of the game because sleep is everything, and she sat with him and helped him through that moment. I appreciated that. I love a heart-tugging moment where I can really get in and learn something about somebody and really, feel for them. I really felt for Ben and Mackenzie in that moment. And it made me like Mackenzie again because, I thought Mackenzie was a little bit of Emily and Mackenzie, but, I'm taking that back. I really like Mackenzie again now. So I get it. Mackenzie wanted to save Ben. But Ben was never a part of the +1 alliance, but really never, Tim wasn't either. Tim was gonna Sega it out. Tim, as long as Sega was there, that was his main focus, and then the plus ones whenever, whatever. But I get Tim. Okay, bye Tim. I don't care. We could have let Tim go, and it could have just been one black person gone, and I probably would have been okay. But we had the moment of Mackenzie and Tiffany, where they're like, this ain't Q's game, because Q keep flip-flopping. Oh, it's gonna be Tim. Oh, it's gonna be Ben. I'm tired of Ben. Oh, and they like, look, you can't come back up to us every 15 minutes. If we say this the plan, this the plan. We can't keep going off your emotions. This not your game. I think next week Q go home. I don't. Next week, I'm telling you, somebody else black going home. Q or Tevin, one or the other, because both of them made horrible decisions tonight. Horrible. But that's pretty much on the other beach. It wasn't too much going down at Tribal Council. I don't understand. Well, I do understand, because Hunter is tight with Q, because they could have forced a tie. Hunter could have went over there with Sega, and they could have got together and say, look, we got to get one of these Yanus out. One of the purples got to go. And they could have forced one of the girls to flip. I really believe if if Hunter, Tim, and Ben all voted for Q, and then all of Yanu voted for Tim, I think Mackenzie and Tiffany would have said, oh, on the revote, Q can go. I think they would have got Q up out of there if they would have forced the tie, because they already tired of his ass. I could curse now. They tired of his ass anyway. So I don't know. I just feel like they gave Yanu way too much power this week. They really should have pulled their card. But I like Yanu, so I'm happy, But let's go on over to the winning tribe. They go over. They're all celebrating. They had some good food. Charlie, everybody laughing, talking, drinking. And Charlie is like, can we get the strategy going? Because I already know it's me. They should have had the easiest time over there on that other beach. You have four Namis. And then you have Maria. I really like Maria. Maria right now is my winner pick. I really like Maria. And Charlie. And Maria has immunity. So Charlie is sitting out there. He doesn't have an idol. He doesn't have an advantage. We should have been out there suntanning. We should have been out there playing in the water, gathering coconuts, gossiping, playing the little Taylor Swift Beyonce challenge, who could run off the most songs. We should have been out there having a good time. We don't have to worry about nothing. Charlie is going home. We can always get Venus out later. We can always worry about Soda later. But right now, Charlie going home, period. And then we'll be cutthroat next week. I don't understand how they had so much going on to the point where Sega is 2 of 6 votes, but Sega had all the power. Here comes Tevin. I kind of want to do a blind side. Soda could go, and they're like, oh, okay, Soda. Then they coming up, well, I can't stand Venus ass. Venus can go, oh, okay. Then Venus don't know how to talk to people. So Maria is like, oh, look, I don't know who you talking to, but you ain't going to just tell me what to do. After Maria checked the hell out of Venus, I knew Venus was going. I said, oh, Venus, go ahead and pack your bag. I forgot Liz was even over there. If anybody from NAMI could go home, I'm sending the millionaire home with all the businesses. Go ahead and get back to your spreadsheets and your conference calls. Ma'am, please go. We're trying to get to your tax bracket, and you sitting up here bragging about all the businesses you got. No, ma'am. And then she gonna have nerves talking about I ain't packed my bag. As soon as she said, I ain't packed my bag, my vote would have been Liz. Since you ain't pack it, you can go ahead and go. You didn't want none of them clothes anyway. Go ahead and go. But back to the point. Charlie came up and said, there is not a crack in Nami. What did he say? It's an Arctic plate or whatever kind of plate. I ain't into that ocean stuff. It's some kind of ocean plate. It's the damn Grand Canyon in the middle of Nami. Nami doesn't even really exist. None of them like each other. None of them. Right, Liz still needs to go. Liz is the one that act like Emily with her million businesses. You know, Angie, don't say that. Angie, don't say that. But y'all know what I'm thinking. But anyway, for the life of me, let me tell y'all how Tevin messed up. Tevin is so worried about Soda and her social capital. Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. I said this on Twitter. Tevin is so worried about what Soda is doing that he's not reading the room. If Tevin really sat back, used his ears, he would notice that nobody likes Soda. Soda ain't running anything. Yeah, she running her mouth. She runs her mouth, but most people want Soda to shut up. They tired of her ass. That's for someone who you feel like has all this social capital. It should not have been that easy to get her out. If Soda has all these alliances and you scared that you won't be able to get her out later, it wouldn't have been this easy to get her out now. Everybody you looked at and said Soda to them was like, hell yeah, she can go. Tied her ass. No, anyway. That should have said something to Tevin. Oh, well, maybe she doesn't have the social capital. Let's go ahead and get out Charlie. Let's go ahead and at least get out Venus, the girl I can't stand. My question for the Black people in the chat and in the comment section. If you non-Black, you can comment too, but I think the Black people will get it. Tevin is giving me, I want to be the only one. You know how some Black people get to a position in the workplace, they don't want no other Black people up there with them. They want to be the only one. They want to be able to look down, and yeah, they might hire you to work in the mailroom. They might hire you to be a low-level associate, but when it come up here in the management levels, they want to be the only one. Now, I've worked in corporate America, and I know Black people like that. I'm not like that, but I know some. And that's the vibe Tevin was giving me, because I didn't understand why he wanted Soda gone so bad. Soda was his biggest shield. She ran her mouth. People were tired of her. People would have wanted Soda out way before they wanted Tevin out. But now that Tevin has given license for Soda to go, now you ain't got no big mouth in front of you. Not everybody looking at you running your mouth, Tevin. You think Hunter is going to stand up for you and use an idol on you and save you? You better look at your skin again. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. You got rid of your biggest shield, because now that Soda ain't on people's nerves, now you're about to get on people's nerves. And we just seen it in the preview. We just seen it in the preview. Now that you got out your biggest shield, now you're on everybody's nerve. They might get rid of Q before you, and that's why I said the domino effect. Now, I didn't say dominoes because I was talking about Black people. I think that's just a saying. But the domino effect is about to occur. Next week, it's going to probably be Q, because Q don't know how to talk to people, and they tap. After that, it's going to be Tevin, because who else got a big mouth out there? Tiffany knows how to control her emotions. Tiffany might make it to the end. She might. It's going to be hard being the only Black girl out there. Hey, Charles. It's going to be hard being the only Black girl out there. But Q and Tevin about to go next, and I'm willing to put money on it. I'm willing to put good money on it. Q and Tevin are about to go next. Mackenzie been wanting Q ass out since episode 3 or 4. That's what I'm saying. Black people, y'all need to work together, even though they get on y'all nerve. Even though all Black people don't get along, y'all need to work together because it's strength in numbers. And even if it's not strength in numbers, at least keep the mouthpiece, the person running their mouth more than you around, so she can keep getting on people's nerve. Her and Venus could keep fighting. That's still some fights to go on. You know, now Venus got all her attention on you, Tevin. It made absolutely no sense. I'm like, Tevin, you don't want to win. You really think these non-Black people is about to drag your ass to the end? Okay. I can't wait to see it. Only because he made the bad move. Now I'm going to laugh at it. I'm going to laugh at it. I can't wait to see it. Now, I hope to be proven wrong. I hope to be proven wrong, but I can only base my thoughts on the history of the game. And I say it every season. Once y'all give license for one Black person to go, and y'all done gave license for 2 Black people to go in one episode, but y'all ain't know what was going on because y'all was in 2 different tribal councils. But anyway, y'all done gave license for 2 Black people to go. It's about to go boom, boom. They might hold off a couple of episodes before they get rid of Tiffany, but I don't even see it for Tiffany anymore because all she has left is Mackenzie. Right, Charles? We got to go by the history. Now, Tevin, I don't know where you from, but I think Soda would have had your back more than Hunter. And Hunter, I like him. I ain't saying nothing negative about Hunter, but I don't think Hunter is wasting his idol on Tevin or Q. Both of y'all asses can go to the jury. Whew, let me get back into the comments. Did I miss anything, y'all? I think that was all my 2 cents on the episode. I was just very disappointed that, like I said, I understand Tim. I ain't really too mad at Tim, but I was really pissed off at Soda because, number one, she wasn't doing nothing. She was out there running her mouth. Wasn't she the first one out on the challenge, first or second? And y'all keep getting rid of people that y'all could beat. Y'all keep getting rid of people that you could beat. Like Mariah going home the other week made no sense. Made no sense. I'm telling you, these last few episodes are going to be really good because y'all keeping all the challenge threats in the game. I would have definitely got rid of Charlie's ass. Wasn't he up there second? It was him and Maria up there. No, it was Maria and Tevin. I forget. Y'all know my memory bad and I ain't take no notes. But I definitely would have got rid of Charlie's ass. And then on the other team, I would have got rid of Ben. But it is what it is. We're going to go through the comments. Now that we are in a good part of the game, I changed it from my Survivor liking rankings, and I made my rankings based on who I think can win the game. And we're going to get into that. Let me get into the comments, and then we'll get into the rankings. And then we have about 25 minutes and before we have to go talk about All Stars 4 because I'm so in love with All Stars 4. So in love with it. I feel the same way. In the beginning of the season, he was crying, saying, put me off. Now he feels he's better than Hunter. Who is that based on? Oh, Q. We forgot to talk about Q line. He getting a confessional. Q's ego is out there. I gotta test this +1 alliance and see how strong they is. So I can test my alliance. I jumped off the balance beam to see if my alliance really got my back. Sir, you sound like the biggest fool on TV. Because I don't know nobody who does not have $1 million jumping off of a balance beam to help them get closer to $1 million because they want to test the allegiance of some strangers. Not your cousins, not your mama and them. your auntie and your uncle, but you want to test the allegiance of some strangers. Okay, Q. Yeah, we believe that. Go ahead and tell that to yourself in the mirror, because I think that's the only person that's gonna believe that's the truth. I do like Hunter. I really like everybody. It's nobody I dislike. Like, I don't even dislike Venus. I like Venus. I like everybody. So I think that's why this is a really good season for me, because I'm not hate watching it. Like, it's not Emily. I ain't got nobody I got to drag every week. So I really do like everybody. Glenda, you like Hunter too. I feel like Tim was dumb not playing along with Q. Let's talk about Tim real quick, because Tim needs to learn how to lie. You see, Tim doesn't watch Big Brother. This is very Big Brother. When somebody comes to you with an alliance, you always say yes. But when you get in the voting booth, you write whatever the hell you want to on your piece of paper. When you get in front of Q and Hunter, it's +1 all day. Yeah, me and Maria solid. Who we voting off Ben? Okay, we voting off Ben. Then behind the screens, you and Ben do what y'all want to do. You write down who you want to write down. But you got to learn how to lie. And Tim just didn't know how to let go of Sega, which you talking about people can't read the room. Sega had been left go of you, Tim. Dropped. They've been dropped you. So that's why, even though I don't feel as emotional about the Tim eviction, I do feel like y'all just sat up here and did Charlie and Maria's dirty work, because you got to think about it. Now that Sega is down to 3 and Yanu is down to 3, it ain't no like, oh, we could pull in Yanu for the vote. Like, people can start pulling in Sega for the vote because they down too. I just feel like y'all really shot yourselves in the foot. But let's keep going. Am I saying Tika, the Yanu 3 is better than the Tika 3? That was Yum Yum, Carson, and Carolyn. Y'all know I love me some Carolyn. I would say the Yanu 3, I can't even say they better at challenges, because Carolyn and Yum Yum was winning them immunities. Carson too. So I don't know. I think really we got to see who win the game, because at the end of the day, somebody from the Tika 3 won the game, and it was 2 of the Tika 3 in the final 3. So that's really good. I like the Tika 3. We got to see. I don't think the Yano 3 is going to be there. As much as I'm pulling for my girl Tiffany, I don't think the Yanu 3 is going to make it to the end. Because I'm telling you, Q about to take his ass to the house. Tiffany might make it there if she play her idol correctly. But before I answer that, I'm gonna wait to the end of the season before I answer that, because right now Tika look a lot better than the Yanus. Q was right. Tim was trying to play every angle and he had to go. Right. I ain't too mad at Tim for going, but I'm upset about Soda, because I feel like Tevin just messed up his game. I think they are about equal so far. Right. So far, we gotta let this play out. We gotta see who's sitting at the finals. I really don't see it, especially at the Banu called Mackenzie a mastermind. Like, I don't think they let Mackenzie get too far either. We gonna see. I do not like the way they voting this season. I agree. Every week I'm like, oh, y'all voted out the wrong person. Like, Mariah should be a 0 vote finalist. What is she sitting in the game doing? Y'all think Liz is going to be a 0 vote finalist? What if Liz get to the final tribal council talking about, I got 50 businesses and I sold 10 of them and I already got $50 million, but that was my strategy. My strategy was to put my analytical skills on how I got everybody in to trust me, even though I'm a millionaire. So I feel like you should go ahead and run me another million. What if Liz gets to this final tribal council and is talking mad shit and win the whole thing? I don't think that's going to happen, but are we really wasting a vote on Liz? Liz is on vacation. You could tell every time you see Liz, she laying out in the sun, playing in the water. She's not. Liz is on vacation. She is away from her employees. She is decompressing. I don't think Liz give a damn about this game. I really don't. She gonna have to turn it up for me. Oh, you seen an interview with Tim, and he was big mad at Q for what? He said, "Oh, don't do that, Tim. Don't do that. Because if anything, you wasn't the skin folk over there bigging up Maria and Ben and all these people, and they talking about you ain't even the number one or the number two, barely the number three. You sitting up here riding for these non-black people. I don't want to say white folks on here because I just feel like that's a little bit too harsh, but y'all know what I mean. Tim, you're sitting up here riding for everybody with no melanin, and they and the people with the melanin is trying to bring you in. He's like, well, Sega first. If anything, you ain't the skin folk. I don't even want to listen to that interview. That's gonna make me mad. You expect somebody to automatically bring you along just because you black, but you riding for the white people. You want to tag along because of your melanin, but you riding for the white people. Tim, please go sit down at home and just watch a TV show like the rest of us, because I can't even tell you to go sit down at the jury. Just go on and get on your couch and watch a TV show and enjoy it like the rest of us, because you played yourself all wrong. Talking about everybody ain't skin folk, please. I done got upset. Let me move on to the next comment. Yeah. I hate it for Q, but Q don't know how to control his mouth. I have a feeling it's Q, Venus, or Liz. I'm telling y'all, ain't nobody wasting no vote on Liz. But you know what? They done wasted that whole vote on Mariah, so they might vote out Liz. Who knows? They playing this season all wrong. But I don't even think they've wasted a vote on Venus, because only person that disliked Venus is Tevin. They should have voted out Venus last night. Go ahead and let Venus play her game. Go ahead and let her play. It seems like nobody noticed how close Charlie and Maria are, and I see Maria getting far. I see Maria or Charlie winning this. Like, I can see both of them sitting in the final two. Both of them. Unless one of them get real cutthroat and cut the other. But nobody is looking at Maria or Charlie. What interview? I don't even want to listen to it because it's gonna make me upset. But tell everybody in the chat what interview, Glenda. Agree. Yanu had way too much power. Personally, I feel like Tim and Ben should have pulled Hunter and got rid of Yanu. Right, get rid of Q. But I like Q. But I don't know. I just feel like they just let Yanu have it because it was 2 and a 1. It was like, well, whatever Yanu want to do, just save me. Anybody but me. They did a Sandra. Anybody but me. On what? Nerd Entertainment. Who is Nerd Entertainment? Tim is salty because he played himself. And I guarantee you, if Tim sits down in a quiet place and just watches, he'll see where he messed up, where Tim messed up. Tim, you will see where you messed up. It's a game. Only one person can have $1 million, but it's a game, and you messed it up. Liz still needs to go. She doesn't need the money. Now, what if Sia mess around and give Liz some more money? Sia, we gonna read you. Liz can't go. I'm tired of Liz ass, but I just feel like it's a wasted vote. I also love. Oh yeah, I love how Maria checked Venus. I love the people this season. Votes be damned. They checking people this season. They telling people exactly how they feel about themselves. Cause here go Q in the tribal council talking about, oh, let's give it up for Mackenzie. For the history lovers of the show, has anyone ever in the middle of tribal council say, hey, Jeff, I just want to give it up to the person with the idol? Q, be quiet. Just be quiet. I wasn't mad seeing Tim go. Agreed. But I was upset they blindsided Soda. I was too. Ooh, wait. We got to talk about. Ooh, we got to talk. I'm going to get through the comments. Time check. Okay, 15. Still 15 minutes. Okay. What was even more funny and what made me love Venus even more is when Soda turned around. You know, Soda, yeah, you ain't Michaela, girl. It ain't no turnaround. You did this. Nah, girl. Just go ahead and get your snuff thing, whatever it's called. Your fire snuffed out. So Soda turned around talking about, was it you? And Venus is like, yeah, girl. I voted your ass out. And Tevin is like on a cartoon. He has smoke coming out of his ears. Like, if he didn't have any self-control, like maybe if he was Q, if Tevin was Q, he would have jumped up and said, I did this. I voted your ass out. This also is for the question in the chat. Tevin did all this work to get a Soda blindside, but didn't even vote for Soda. He voted for Venus. I want to know why, because it makes absolutely no sense. Because now Venus knows there's another vote out there. And Venus isn't someone who just lets those votes go. She's going to come back to camp and she's going to want to know who voted for me. So, like, Tevin might go home next week. Tevin or Q, we're going to flip a coin. Flip a coin. But Tevin, you might even have your ass sitting in jury next to Soda. If Tevin is sitting next to Soda next week, I'm cracking the F up. I'm going to be on the floor rolling around laughing because you did so much to get this black woman out, and now you sitting up there and y'all sitting up there talking about the jury who y'all about to give $1 million to together. That was so funny. He was so mad. And Venus, because there is no correction, she now has a resume. I blindsided Soda. And Soda, you sitting up there hugging her ass. I'm over it. Please go sit on. Everybody go sit on a jury, y'all, because y'all working my. I love y'all, but y'all working my nerve. Working my nerve. 2 black people always go home on double elimination night. Yeah, but this season it's the black people fault. We can't blame Emily. We can't blame Drew. We can't blame nobody but black people this season. Soda would have always been on Tevin's side. Yes, she probably would have stayed loyal to him. She would have. He made a big mistake. That's why I'm telling y'all, Tevin is giving me, I want to be the only one. I want to be the only one. I don't know how that's going to work out for you, Tevin, but you're the only one. You're the only black nominee left. Tevin is too worried about building a resume when the merge just happened. Agreed. You could have had the resume of getting Venus ass out. And I don't know why you're worried about building a resume. If you have watched Survivor lately, as soon as you get a resume mark, you going home next. You always build that resume late. I've never seen anybody that is building their resume at the merge make it to the end. They always, as soon as you do something for your resume, okay, you can go ahead and go home. Forget that resume. Charles, please catch up. Because Survivor is good this season. I did not think Tiffany was going to be good. Oh, I always thought she was going to be good. Based on her preseason interview, she doesn't act clueless at all. Like, I've always liked Tiffany. Lord, computer, don't freeze up on me now. You need to do a live where you talk about up and coming concerts and events. I do, because I love concerts. Charles getting me off subject, but I do love concerts. I already have 2 concerts lined up. The Usher concert, and I'm going to see Escape and SWV. I really want to go see the Missy Elliott concert. Oh, if Missy would have started her tour in September, I would have been on it. But because they're coming out this summer, my summer is already booked, but I might just have to go see Missy. I'm gonna go see Maxwell and Jasmine Sullivan because they're coming to Memphis, and that's an easy show. I don't have to travel. But that's a good idea because Charles knows I love live music. I love concerts. So I might, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Charles. There is a lot of fun stuff to talk about this summer. There is. Liz, is she funny? Liz barely get any screen time. I guess. Cute. You said he was petty for calling out Kenzie. Was that what he was doing? He putting that little bit of extra salt in that Banu wound. Like she the mastermind and she winning immunities. Ooh, Tevin was so mad. That's what made it so funny. Let me read this comment before I get to Charles' comment. But Tevin voted for Venus after all that. I'm confused too. I want somebody to explain that to me. Maybe we have to wait for Tevin to get evicted. You know, he going home next week. We give it 2 weeks. We'll figure out why he voted for Venus. So we'll figure that out in a couple of weeks. Because for the life of me, I don't understand. I don't understand. Did you think throwing the vote? Maybe he threw the vote on Venus so he can go to the jury and be like, Soda, I never voted for you. Tevin, please. Tevin, please. Because you thinking I'm going to stir this up so Soda can go home, but I'm not going to vote for her, so she'll vote for me in the end, not realizing you're going to be sitting next to her next week. And this woman has sat up and hugged Venus all on the neck. Oh, girl, I love you. That was such a good move. You blindsided me. She might go ahead and vote for Venus because, you know, Soda, she might not have it all together. But we'll figure this out. Hey, Look, I want to call you Lemon Pepper Wings. Oh, I can't wait to eat some lemon pepper wings. I said Friday night was going to be lemon pepper wing night. But hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. Charles said he's going to go see Missy, Buster, and Russell Wilson's wife. Why you got to do Sierra like that? Sierra got some hits. I'm going to get me some of that Charles Warren sweet ginger vapor rub it all over my knees, and I'm be doing that 1-2 step. Rock with me, rock with me. You know, I'm gonna be at the concert too, rocking it out to Sierra. Sierra got some good hits. Don't play with Russell's wife like that. And Charles, offline conversation for Charles when I get off of this offline conversation, because you ain't say nothing about going to see Missy and them, and you know I want to go. I hope it's on the weekend. I could get me a flight. You going to see Usher? Yes, we're going to go see Usher in October. Sean Paul, I've seen Sean Paul at a Memphis in May event. It was good. He had the crowd going. I really miss Memphis in May. I'll be out there. I'll be out there with the young folks. Charles Warren online, stop playing with Sierra. Right. Don't do Sierra like that. And she got that song, If I Were a Boy, or that's Beyonce, but both of them talk about being a boy. But I'm gonna have a good time. I'm about to call Charles in a minute. Let me get off of here, y'all. Right, I'm telling our business. Let me get off of here. Let me get off of here, y'all. In 5 minutes, I will be back for the challenge, All Stars 4. We're going to go over the first 2 episodes. Really, really good episodes. I cannot wait to talk about the challenge. Oh, I ain't go over my rankings. Hold on. Real quick. Y'all put in the chat if y'all agree. It's only 3 slides. As of right now, these are the people who I think can win. I think it's definitely going to be Maria or Charlie. Mackenzie might slip in there, or Tiffany might slip in there. I really just like Mackenzie and Tiffany, but I think they're going to be... Banu kind of sunk their ship. I think they're gonna like Mackenzie is a mastermind. We can't let her get too close to the end. And Tiffany, she might make it a little bit longer because she has an idol that nobody knows about. So we'll see. Up next, the tides could turn. Like they could win. I don't really see it for Hunter. He's too strong. They already want him out because they think he's going to win everything. He also has an idol. So depending on his idol play, the tides could turn for him. Ben could slip up there and go under the radar. I don't see him being a winner though, but I can see Ben being at the final tribal council. I can also see that for Venus, where people are like, nobody likes Venus, so let's drag her to the end because nobody will vote for her. I can see Venus sliding through too, unless she work enough people nerve. And the people who just out of it, that they about to go sit on the jury, is definitely Tevin and Q. Like, definitely those two will be on the jury in the next 2 weeks. And Liz is just there to have a good time. You know, she on vacation from her many jobs. Or her many businesses, as I should say. She's a boss. She is a boss. So those are my rankings for this week. Every week they could change. They could surprise me and vote Maria out next week. We do not know. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could. Anyway, y'all, please like this video. Please share the content. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel. We have a really good time over here. Like I said, the challenge just started back up. We have a lot of content to go over. The circle is out. Peacock has put a couple of seasons of The Traitors back up there. We're about to have a really good time. Tax season is almost over. Tax season is almost over. I have one last repair to my home tomorrow. So my house is like 99% complete. Your girl is back whole. I'm about to be back on a regular schedule. So thank y'all so much for the support. Please support my good friend Charles Warren at Charles Warren Presents. I do love me some of that sweet ginger vapor rub. It is the truth. If you haven't tried it, it's only $25. Try it. I guarantee you will be a repeat customer. And you might as well go ahead and use my affiliate code. I need to start putting it out there. It's KISS, just KIS to the S, and get you a good old 10% discount. All right, y'all. I think my code is a discount. More offline conversations for my good friend. But anyway, yes, thank you, Evita. I am back home. I've been home a week now and I'm loving it. So I'll see y'all later. Getting ready for the All-Stars, and I'll holler at y'all next week. Or next week will be a Saturday. I'm out of town in the middle of the week, so it will be next Saturday. It's really windy outside, and I feel like it's getting ready to storm, so I do need to get off of here before it starts raining. So I will holler at y'all next weekend. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.